Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Showdown match. It is here. We are live here at the Grand Slam, and if you're actually eagle-eyed, well, you may see the red canids on the screen, but you may actually spot a couple of players. There's not too many there anymore, actually. They were there earlier. Oh no, I can still see a few.
There's some faces.
Still see a few foreheads.
First time we've actually seen that header.
Are
we going to see
red
that
canids? Champions? Red canids? Champions? Yeah. I see that in the background. Well, maybe it's foretelling. Who knows?
Spoilers.
There's still 2 more days to go in the GLL Grand Slam, but right now we are covering, of course, the Showdown matches. It is going to be CIS up against Turkey. Let's have a look at the brackets for it so far. Of course, we've just watched. If you weren't here half an hour ago, you would have seen the CIS region knocking out North America. Some say NA wanted to go to bed early or late. I'm not too sure, whichever you call it. But CIS, they turned up to bang. They brought the pros. They brought every pro player they could find.
Yes.
And they have a pretty stacked team. And they're up against Turkey. And MENA, we're going to say.
MENA or MENA?
MENA.
MENA?
MENA. They're mean.
MENA.
They're mean. But that is, of course, the Middle East and North Africa alongside the Turkish region. But I suspect it's pretty heavily stacked for the Turkish region because there's a hell of a lot of players there.
Yes.
So, but they are the current champions. The
I was going to say, we haven't seen
they deliver
them.
again?
We haven't seen them come out because obviously they've got the bye through to the grand finals, which is going to be a best of 9. I'm looking at the asterisk up on screen. All 9 matches will be played.
Yes. So we're doing 3 matches now. And the rest tomorrow.
Okay.
6 more tomorrow. So, yeah, so we're going to be doing 3 matches here. We'll see who could be coming out. We could see a 3-0 stacking going into the final day. Who knows how that could work out. It's going to be Lauren and Richard bringing you through to the end tomorrow morning, of course. But you want to watch how the first 3 play out. I don't know how the bloody vetoes work. 9 maps, that's a lot. But it's not many maps in the game. So I assume we're going to see them all.
Well, the one we've seen the most of so far is Vikendi. Vikendi's been the one we've seen played in every game so
A lot of people vetoing Sandhawk out, I feel. Yeah. So I've been getting rid of that. But let's have a look at the teams. Are we going to have a little team sheet for you guys now? We're going to see there's Batulian looking cool and calm. Ex-Navi player, of course. He's here casting as well for the Russian broadcast. So he's very active and talking to his stream. Won the last game with a pan to the head of Lil Prodigy.
MVP. We'll give that the MVP badge for the CIS.
To be fair, it was him and his crew that were on the northern coast ride, right? Which completely cut off the North American push. Moving on next to him, of course, ex-Avangard, also a commentator here for the Russian stream as well. You can watch these guys if you understand Russian, then you can watch them over there. But I guess if you understand Russian, you're probably watching the Russian broadcast already. So those guys are over on the right at the moment.
I love that shirt. I just want to point out.
What is it? Is it like
it's
like a Mickey Mouse hand, right? Yeah. Look, lots of hands.
He's looking focused though. Mamino looking very focused.
Makato next to him. Obviously, got a lot of pros in his squad. He's definitely stacked out his squad, that's for sure.
Okay.
Good player himself as well. Played in a lot of tournaments throughout. Used to play in the GLL League. And so the CIS League that was out there. A lot of top teams in that. I actually love casting that because it was a very aggressive league. Very aggressive league. Yeah.
Probably the most, I'd say.
Yeah.
It would be that or LATAM.
They were just crazy plays. It's almost like, we saw yesterday the Incognito boys just randomly pulling up on FaZe. It was stuff like that. Drainus, of course, also former champion with Avangard back at IEM Katowice. Just going to keep
we just keep bringing up every second place finish.
I can't help it. If you got second place at these tournaments that I keep mentioning, we'll go to I'm sure we can mention Unique's playing. Okay, Standing's in there as well, so we can bring up GLL season 3 as well. Just keep rubbing it in. Of course, they are up against the Turkish region. So Miranda there been sat patiently waiting for the last few days, waiting to get her stream on. You can see, looks like chatting away in either Twitch chat or what. I'm not too sure, but certainly chatting away.
Chatting away somewhere.
Chatting away someone, yeah.
Do you think they've been watching? Do you think they've been preparing? They've obviously got a better opportunity here to watch how the games have gone out.
Yeah, I've kind of seen them sat there watching, so they're sort of waiting for it all to start off. Vigrains as well, just alongside him. These guys have all, like I say, been just patiently, quietly waiting to get their game on because they knew they were in the final. Best of 9, anything can happen in a best of 9. Very popular face right there. Mithrain has played in just about every show match, Twitch Rivals match, and everything you can put out there.
One of the OGs.
And don't worry, he's even played in the PEL. Played in the PEL for Digital Athletics, when Merck couldn't, they had a visa issue, so they missed out. And I think he played in week 5, I want to say, week 5 of the PEL. This phase as well, phase 2. So stepped in, actually did pretty damn well, to be fair.
Not surprising. He's a very handy man. He's been around the scene for a long time, so not surprising at all.
Absolutely. Alongside him, of course, it is 10,000 Days. He's been around for a long time in a lot of games.
Well, maybe he's been around the 10,000 Days.
I seem to recall casting him in CSGO.
Really?
I do. I can't remember when and where. I cast quite a few things in CSGO, so I don't know. Or maybe it was League of Legends. I don't know. I seem to remember casting him in something else before.
Somewhere.
Yeah, no doubt at Gamescom, PUBG as well probably was there at some point, because there was quite a few streamers, etc. there as well. So yeah, these very experienced lineups. Yeah,
well, for the benefit of the guys at home, these guys, have they appeared in the previous with the Nations Royale? Were these were these the same?
Mythrain was the general.
Okay.
It was a one-man general before. Mythrain was that general running the show. So I guess he's going to be the overall voice of the team, of course. If you're unsure how it's going to work out, it's going to be 4 teams of 8, 4 squads of 8. Obviously, everybody on the same side. And of course, there's going to be only 4 overarching voices, which will be these 4 generals on your screen right here. We'll see how organised they are, because CIS guys seem to be very organised.
I was about to say, I want to see some good in-game leading, because that's one of the things that's been lacking.
It looks like he's in-game leading 10,000 Days stream.
They've probably got the plane up already. Yeah. They're talking about drops.
Maybe. Let's have a look. I reckon we can see. Let's have a look. They got the plane up already.
No, we're still in lobby.
We're going to commit and sit down.
Okay.
We're committing. Yeah. Producer's like, yeah, you can sit down. He's like, we're doing it anyway. We're committing. There's a lot of players missing right now. It looks like we're going to be on for a while. So there you go. You got to get your selfies in. We're going to do a selfie. Can we do a selfie?
I don't think we'd look as good, Lee.
She's getting the whole line in. Fair play to her. That looked like a blurry shot, or whether it was the camera. Yeah, I think she might have to redo that one. I think get a new picture. New picture, please. Map veto. Okay, Erangel, Sanok, and Vikendi. Well, as okay, so Miramar vetoed out.
Interesting.
So I guess
interesting. Because CIS. There we go. Drainy's shown a little bit of love for the other team.
There's a lot of Russian holidaymakers, I guess, in Turkey. Yeah.
Is it a destination?
Turkey, massive holiday destination.
You look at me as if I'm stupid now.
Yeah.
Really?
Just because you live your life in Dallas these days, Turkey's a massive holiday destination. Yeah.
Okay. How many times have you been?
I actually haven't. I've never been there, but my parents have been there, and I know loads of people that have been there. There's massive areas of Turkey that are holiday destinations, yeah. It is a huge destination. CIS are pretty much all in.
They are.
We're just waiting for the Turkish, Middle East, and North African boys to join in.
No, it'd be interesting to see if we...
watching the camera guy's watching him back.
Be interesting to see if we get any familiar names over on the Turkey and MENA side of things, because obviously we've got... Obviously
I can see Buyukaya in there to start with. Kalimdor.
We've got Sixmo.
Yeah, so Digital Athletics. Okay, we've got PEL players coming in. BSD's in there as well. So yeah, they are starting to list a couple of them.
There's a couple of names I recognise from Faceit as well. Smash Bay, I'm pretty sure.
No, is that when it says code Marco? Is that Marco Del Vecchio? I reckon it might be. I reckon that is.
Sayo as well. That's another name I recognise.
Yeah.
Rings a bell.
Yeah, you're right. Trying to see who else comes in, but you never know, because obviously a lot of them tend to change their in-game nicks around a little bit. Smash Bay. Yeah, the BSD used to be in the same team as Kalimdor, I want to say he did. Kalimdor definitely in there, obviously, with Fenerbahce.
They still competing?
I think they're still in... Were they open or were they PLC? I want to say
definitely
they were in open.
PLC.
I want to say they were
PLC.
open. Yeah. I don't know how I didn't actually get to watch the open promos. They played at the same time as... it was ESL 1 Cologne was on, wasn't it? I know something was on conflicting me that I was watching them both. My eye was on ESL 1 Cologne, which was a great tournament, by the way.
Just waiting on the last few. To be fair, I don't want to call them out, but the last 3 people to join for Turkey and MENA are actually the generals. So we're actually...
Is that right?
We're waiting on the... Yep. 10,000 Days just come in. We've just seen Not Miranda pop in as well. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're finally in.
Maybe they just went. Maybe he's just giving them the password. I think he might be.
Where's I don't see Mithrain unless he's under an alias.
No, Mithrain's there.
Oh,
Team 1.
He's just popped in then.
Team 1. No, he's been there.
Had he?
Yeah. Been hiding the whole time. We'll see how this works out, though. I wasn't sure whether Iro was going to come in here for this one.
Well, that would be the thing, wouldn't it?
If the whole DA squad, basically.
The whole DA squad just jumped in.
It's the whole DA squad that's representing Turkey, right? At the Nations
Cup, yes.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So I thought maybe, they'd be in here for this as well. The question is how, because this has been like qualifiers online as well, right, to get into play this.
Yeah.
How many of them have had the willpower after doing 96 games of PEL to go and play more? I think probably most of them are just having a well-earned break.
Yes. Yeah, the last thing they want to do is be grinding for a spot in the showdown here this weekend at GLL.
They just about hung on for the PEL, so they're taking a well-earned break and have a good chat about things for Phase 3, but that is another league entirely. And we wait to see how this is going to start out. Moonlight, that's, I guess...
We got one extra.
Maybe somebody says, oh, I want to play. I want to play. Yeah, Deez has joined as well.
Yeah, Deez has joined, yeah.
You kind of want to get him in there.
Who's dropping out for Deez then? Oh, no, they've been kicked.
Oh, no. They've kicked Deez. Melman's come in, that's why. Melman wasn't there before.
Melman played previously for... Was he Tornado?
He was Tornado as well, yeah.
Got the thumbs up.
Well, Deez used to be in... was he in Avant-Garde for a while, Deez? He was, wasn't he,
yes,
right? He was early Avant-Garde days.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was one of the first to go and got replaced by, I want to say, an Octave.
Well, it was when Na'Vi had the switch up. It was a three-way swap.
Yeah.
M19, Na'Vi, and Avant-Garde kind of swapped some players around between the three of them. I think that was post-Starladder Season 2.
Yeah, I think you're right. Series 2. Yeah. Yep. The one that Team Liquid actually Scoom's last tournament, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Scoom's last tournament, actually one that played absolutely out of his mind on. And kind of winning the tournament for him. I remember he had that big solo play in the shack, and then came out on top in the 1v1 on the rock.
We've got the eye tracker down for the streams now.
Eye tracker for the streamers,
see that on the OBS down there.
Yeah, they have that on there. So the one problem with the eye tracker is we don't, when it kind of goes wild, it's when they're looking at either their inventory or
that was
map.
the thing. That was the thing yesterday.
You never really know. You're like, yeah.
But with these guys today, this is obviously on their personal streams. If you do want to go over and check them out, I'm sure there will be some links for where they're streaming. But yesterday we were looking at it on the observer perspective, but with the eye tracker overlay.
Yeah.
So when we were watching the games yesterday, the actual regulation games in the Grand Slam, but. So every time their inventory was up, their eyes were coming down the left side.
Yeah.
It looked like they were looking at
over. Yeah. But it's going to be a decent plane. We're starting off on Erangel. It's going to be a plane pretty much straight across the middle of the map. So from Zaki down to Miltut. So I think we're going to be seeing a straight north-south split between the teams. You never know, though. We might see something different. By the way, the Turkish region representing with the Turkish flag. So I don't know how you put a Middle Eastern North African flag in there with it, but I can just see a big Turkey flag.
So where would you can't really split that one the way they did the Northern American flag, to be fair.
Which was weird, but there we go. And the CIS region is actually a proper flag.
Yes,
that is a proper flag.
So we are expecting probably the West Coast, North George, South George drop for CIS. We got somebody up on their feet.
Brandon's trying to figure out what 10,000 days is doing.
He's getting the map marker down. He's getting the map marker down for the team, just making sure everybody's on the same page.
We're going there. We're doing this. Do it. Here we go. 32 versus 32. We are live. And we are into the green fields of Erangel for possibly the final time. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long Erangel Classic's going to last for. Obviously with the new map in the works and on the test servers right now.
Hello. We've got a lot of people dropping out early.
North Georgie Pole's about to get busy. Oh my word! Now this obviously this has been CIS's drop point.
It has been,
for the last couple of maps, so we may see some clashes between North and South George.
This would be interesting now if we see the I guess the second cluster.
And look, there's the second cluster. Yeah, Gatka. There's nothing down there. Where are you going? Where's everyone going, boys?
Well, this isn't. There's what 10 people out over there. There's definitely not enough loot.
Well, Batuling and Co are all there. That's and look at George. Look at Georgia Paul, North and South. Oh my God, this is gonna get busy. CIS is down first. Marco drops onto the roof. You can see front six, back six is busy. Okay, camera guys. Well, we know it's going to get hot and heavy, and you guys are going to see some early action. I'm sure that might be Marco Davacchio. I don't know. We'll find out. He definitely is one of the Turkish teams. I'm pretty sure it was Fenerbahce as well, Marco Davacchio was. But, yeah, it's find what you can. A PP Bison coming into it. Why not?
Well, we get the scraps out here. Well, we saw the SMGs go. Oh, hello. Actually, Offstring going to get picked
trying to get across, and looks like he may well go down first. They can't flush him, though. You can see Glaxy's been smashed down. DP's done the damage to him, but it hasn't finished him off. Has he got any meds? I don't think so. I don't think he's got any meds. Now, DP just doesn't know what damage has been done. He's trying to hold that angle. It's a dangerous angle. 2 HP, though, yeah. Oh, my God. I'm looking at the map. There's people everywhere. This is just massively. Gatka's got more people than you can count. More people that ever should be in Gatka. Marco trying to go for the flush. You can see peeking around the side with the barrel as well. That's dangerous close range. I don't know how much armor or these guys have even picked up yet. Not a lot, I'm guessing. Like, he's just got 5 bandages, I can see. 10,000 days finishing off string. So it's his crew that have dropped into South George, and they definitely have the numbers now. Yeah,
they do. And unfortunately, the only other 2 members, CIS, over at front 6. So looking like Turkey and Mina are going to try and clear out DP and then just kind of get control of apps and back 6. But to be honest, there's not a lot that these guys can do to help out DP. I mean, we got Play With Me and Mans coming over to reinforce, but they've already taken control of these back 6 here.
But, I mean, now that they have the angles on the
they could get
houses,
boxed in. They could get
boxed. I'm looking across. I mean, the circle is centered up on Severny, and CIS are all there in numbers. Makate's squad's there. Oh, Boyakaya. Oh, one tap to the dome. AK in Gatka takes him down. Boyakaya finished off another solo tap. Sadovnik was absolutely, back when the Mini 14 wasn't used as much, he was godlike with it.
Yes, it was. And then that's something, well, it's become more and more popular now. We see, was it Uber we saw? Day 1 on Miramar?
Oh, God, yeah.
And he was absolutely deleting people.
Just popping off. It's a sick weapon. I mean, it's the rapid fire sniper, basically, so it's not too surprising. You can see there is still action in and around South and North George. Actually, to be honest, I love fighting around George. I love George Paul fighting. Code Marco getting the shot down. Beryl doing its job onto DP. Drain is also going down as well. Some big names falling for CIS early on here. Sixmos and the back 6 as well. So Turkey with a lot of players in and around here. That's going to be a flush.
Yeah. Got the second knock as well. So that was the reinforcements for CIS that were coming over to support with back 6. But we did see Drainey's kind of just, oh, hello. Standing.
Where's that come from? That's come on the roof.
Made it to the roof, yeah.
He's made it to the roof of Pat Apps. That's not good for them. Going to finish it with a nade as well. Should be able to get, no, didn't quite get close enough on that one.
Actually, yeah.
He's getting pressured, that's why. There's a molly coming over the top. He's cooking it, he's cooking it. That's got it, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's only a half health job. That's all he was, but Izum down below has been taken down. He gets caught by the side from Sixmo. Forever the snake in the grass, Sixmo. We've seen him so many times at the PEL, just having these sneaky plays. And look at that, the entire squad. There's only Maga and Mans remaining on this CIS squad. That's a lot lost in the trail of 5.56 ammo.
The 6X, the 8X, the 4X.
He got good lead.
He was stacked.
Yeah.
He was stacked.
Well, South George has been lost. Mans and Maga are here, but I don't know what else they can do. Melman at hospital, you can see, trying to join in. Mumino in there. Mans is very much surrounded. Oh, he's picked off, surely. Dog looked like he's going dead to rights. 10,000 days will do the job and finish him off.
And actually, it's Turkey and Mina actually making the push to take South George, but I think North George is actually going in the favor of CIS. So numbers being lost on both sides. We're down to 26 on CIS and 28 on Turkey, but I don't know. It's a fairly even trade if you balance across south and north right now, but we haven't actually seen CIS take these casualties in the early game.
Rain down and done. Manny taking him out. That's Mithrain finished off. So the general down, taking off Glaxy down as well. That was back on South George with Mumino doing the damage and flushing him. So they've got the hills. Now actually looking at South George, it's slowly getting surrounded. Turkey's a little slow to reinforce here. Look, you can see obviously Severny, the compounds, etc. up there. Nobody's really getting in position at the moment because it's all this fight. The battle for Georgie Pol.
There actually isn't a single member of Turkey and Mina in the circle right now. So that all of this is just the scrappy loot fighting that we've seen with that hot top of what, 25 odd players dropping across South and North George. So
you look to see it as well. You look to see the early damage. Buha Padua is going to have to get around the side and go for a big push here. Could potentially find multiple people. Saw the shadow there, didn't go for the shot. Now he tries to get the spray through it. Could have maybe gone aggressive with a nade in there.
Oh, is he going to put the nade into the smoke here?
He's going to go over. Oh, he's going through the window. That did not go through the window. Yeah, I was going to say that did not go through the window.
The trail didn't come out the other side.
I tried to get it through there. I was just like, oh no, oh no. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, Manny.
Oh,
what are you doing,
Manny? No.
The jazz hands.
You got to win those. You really got to win those.
Oh dear. We're seeing some top level play. Right?
I mean, no, this is why they're the champions, right?
Yeah. But yeah, CIS losing out the battle in George Pol, it seems. But they do have the lion's share of the centre circle, and CIS are a long way off, and maybe lacking vehicles, I don't know. Magat still will do what he can. Hobbits is also managing to pop off Jazz, so it's not done yet. This North George looks like it might go the way of CIS. They're kind of all congested, 4 in the 3-house stack. That's not good for Turkey. They are surrounded.
Greg's putting a nade in as well. Is it good? No, it's going to bounce off the wall.
Not good. At least he can kill himself with it.
Yeah. It could. It's definitely in. Oh, that one's in top floor though.
That one is good. Yeah. Oh. Forces him down. Shexy missing that one. Second one goes in. That went around the side. I think he might get smash bait. No, doesn't manage to finish him off. Dragged around the side. Going for the peak. Not going to work out though. Smash Bay going to come back down the stairs. Smash Bay, these guys are completely surrounded. They need the help. Mumino is the solo man, by the way, at Crates. He's the only man left in South George. And here comes the slow reinforcements. So while it's 24-20, this might balance itself out as we finish off the Georgia Pol battle.
Yeah.
The molly. Is he
burning? Is he burning?
It's spreading. It's spreading. I think he's all right though. I think he's all right in the corner. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with the molly, with that late spread where initially it obviously splashes. Oh, how is he not burning on the?
Wow. I think he was still on the railing. Greg's actually making the push off that.
Oh, that bounced out the window.
Yeah, that was a cheeky underhand. Slippy Zerg. Trying to slippy one out the side there. Smash Bay gets him down. Goes aggressive. Works out well.
Did he jump out the window there? Yeah, he did. To get the angle. Actually, Hobbits and Finnick looking like they're going to pull off this, but again, these 4 guys are going to have to run in the open at some point, so they're going to need to play the trades, but they do have the blue on their back right now. Yeah,
they're backing away. Mumino's coming around in support as well, but look, you can see, oh my word, that is a shift and a half. And well, CIS are going to get all the top compounds that are up there because they have many men in position. Mumino's abandoning it, North George. I think there's the 2 that are remaining there. But we can see warehouses, etc., all going to be in the hands of the CIS. So while the numbers advantage is against them, this compound could work out for them.
Yeah, I mean, they've got first pick, but it all depends on which way Turkey and Mina are going to rotate in here. There's obviously this long drawn-out fight that's going on in North Georgia. You do actually have Miranda way down deep in the blue. It looks like Hobbits and Finnick are going to get away to the north, whilst the 4 remainers of Turkey and Mina are going to pull south.
Is Miranda being that? I was about to say, being that person, you know, on your team where you just loot. It's like, yeah, we need to go on like 5. Oh, cool. BRDM stacked out as well, 4 in it. That person, you always have that one person on your team. You're just like, yeah, okay, we need to be going. Come on, we need to be going. They need to be going. We need to be going.
Okay, I'm leaving. You need to find your own vehicle.
Yeah, it's like, you always have that person in your team who's just like, Make it. Yes, it just about gets over there, rolls up. Red zone actually on the Lake of Yasna at the moment.
I like this though. There's a lot of Turkey Amina players that have waited for Miranda, so they don't want to rotating on their own. Escort the president.
You think it's not just because that little hillside area of ruins is a disaster zone and it's horrible to try and drive over?
Well, they've all opted to go. Actually, yeah, people are driving all the way around Watertown, but
yeah.
we still got people sat in ruins right now. But Juseo is the only member of Turkey Amina managed to make it into the circle right now, and he's going to have some problems if he tries to scout any of these compounds up the hill.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see. There is actually they've left Scrapyard open. Kind of gone more to the hills. There's a crate coming down as well, but everybody makes their way up there. So we had the big action playing off in Georgipol, which you love to see, but now we're back on it. Sadovnik, who had a kill earlier on, we saw him, he was in the battle and obviously backed out because he was down in Georgipol. Wasn't he in Georgipol South?
Yeah, he was.
Just to pull out of that fight. He's going for the crate. His arm off. I see it coming. He's going to be first there as well. What's he going to get? What's his bounty? A Groza.
I mean, actually, a Groza, to be fair, in this 32v32,
it's all right, but you'd like better with the circle that we got, right?
I mean, it's only going to come in handy late game, close quarters, but I mean, Groza's one of the best ones for just mowing down multiple targets, but it needs to be up close. Obviously, right now, we'd be wanting to see an MK14 or an AWM maybe coming out.
All right, Juseo's gone. They got warehouse. They have, haven't they? They've gone warehouse.
They got Lazarus warehouse.
They've allowed the warehouse to be taken. Lazarus warehouse. Can we really call it that?
Yeah, we can.
I'm not giving you that.
Why?
There's a lot of teams that go in that warehouse.
Yeah,
that's just
Lazarus
warehouse.
is one of them.
Yeah, it's just it's like so many go into that thing. But look at this. Oh,
we got some med problems, I think.
We got med problems, and we got red zone problems as well. This Turkey can lose players here.
He's only got one kit left.
These are all
and they're still way out.
This is the North Georgipol team that's coming out. There's not too many left there. They are miles in it as well, and the red zone's gone on to Rozhok as well. This is not good for Turkey at the moment. Oh my God.
We could lose a lot of numbers here for Turkey.
Dare I say it's a Turkey shoot?
Dare you. Dare you.
I mean, that's what that would be the line I'd normally use, but it just doesn't feel right now. It's another shift, by the way, in that circle.
And we've got some team kills going down as well.
Dear.
That's luckily inside the circle, so we're not going to see any blue bleed outs there, but this is bold. This is bold. Moving through the red zone in the blue.
It's not going to go well. They're coming back to try and help.
They're coming back,
I think, but this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. We're going to see Turkey losing some numbers here. I think they've managed to get to the warehouse at the very least. But that is still outside the new circle. The new circle has gone onto the hills of Stauber, and CIS have a large presence really on every angle and approach to this, which means Juseo is going down to the scrapyard at the moment. Really, the south entrance is really the best option for them in the compound up on the hillside, but you can see they're already peppering the BRDM. Look at the tracer from onto that BRDM.
It's getting there up as well. Look at the damage is going down pretty quick.
Yeah.
They really want to shut that down.
It's half hit points almost already. Making sure that well, remember, it was CIS that used the BRDM approach on the hills that completely did it, so they're making sure that they don't have that happen on themselves.
I'm worried about the 10 Turkey Mina players that
we knew they were leaving it late.
Mission.
Okay, here we go. Everybody in the UAZ, and away you go. Get the heck out of there. But yeah, okay, so Turkey are choosing to go down towards Yasnaya Lake. That's the position they're trying to move towards. South side, get in the circle. Oh man, you hate to see it.
28 bandages.
Yeah.
And on foot. And just outside Rozhok, when the circle is north of Yaz.
Well, there's the final first aid. Oh no, bandage. Go and bandage. See, if this was the test patch, they could be walking and bandaging.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll still help much, but CIS, big movement here. Everybody mobile.
They played the long game. CIS played the long game. They didn't fully commit to the scrappy fight in North Georgia. There were people pulling off early to rotate.
Turkey have not lost anyone though yet. They've still not lost anyone. It's still 24-19.
Yeah.
They still have the numbers advantage, but it is a very small one, as we can see. Of that 5-man advantage, 8 of them are outside in the blue at the moment, so they don't have position. But if they keep on moving around, they're going to get that nice compound just to the north of Jaseo, just to the side of where we're looking here.
Wow,
Dream for you. Oh, wreckage. Where was that? That was
from
Scrapyard, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was that?
well, that dog houses on the side of Stauber Hill.
Yeah. Caught out, so numbers starting to balance out. Where's the next circle going to shift to? Ooh. Okay, that's actually
pretty good.
Too bad for Turkey. They're going to get the southern side of it.
They're also going to get that compound as well, the hangar compound's on the side of the hill. So
Vic Range goes in the blue. Here we go. There's the blue starting to take effect. This is the problem. It's because the circle just buffered in. We hit phase 4. Suddenly the damage increases, and yet there's going to be so many dropping here. This is not going to go well. Here we go. No. We're starting to see them go now. Shaxi goes down. Everybody was caught up in those fights, and honestly, you saw all those people down in Gakra and be like,
he's taking the meds. He's taking the meds.
He's all the meds. He's got the stack of meds and he's off. Yeah. Oh my word. Turkey are just losing players to the blue. You don't want to see people go and die to the play zone, but that's what's happening right now. CIS must be laughing. Whoa, that red zone. Are you kidding me?
That's huge.
Are you kidding me?
It's the first red zone on a CIS team as well.
Yeah, I think so. But that's, oh my word, that's almost the entire CIS team. Batulan's the only person not in that red zone for CIS region on the hills. Run for the shacks, boys! Run for the shacks! Everybody inside example was like, nope, not having any of this. I am not dying to a red zone on camera. Not happening. Dream for you, he's just continuing fighting. He's on the edge of the red zone, but yeah.
Now, what would be pretty funny to see would be Slippy Zerg stealing those meds, leaving the guys for dead, and then to die in the red zone as he's rotating in the vehicle. He's actually driving straight towards this cluster of CIS players on the southwest corner.
CIS have lost out. Stauber's going to be taken by Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey have flanked all the way to the east. I mean, we have 2 lone Turkey MENA players up to the north outside. There's Slippy Zerg getting shut down.
Koffers is about to see them. Koffers is going to be the man for CIS, and Sunny sees them all. Oh, Slippy Zerg been taken out by Mumino. So yeah, they're actually almost in Stauber. Koffest is about to see the entire Turkish remnants of what's left of these, well, it's going to be about 12 players that's out there, because there's 2 to the north. Kalimdor is up on the northern side. But as you can see, CIS delayed by the red zone, which is kind of give Turkey the chance. Melman caught out by it just outside the shack. He's all right. He's all right. He's in. He's in. Okay, red zone's finished. So here's what remains. Batulan out on the edge.
I think Kofest spotted it, because it looks like he's rotating back. He's not going to push, obviously, on his own, because all 12 of them are up there, but it looks like he spotted it. He's got the information. He's relaying that now.
But for me, look what's left. Look at the names. Look at the players that are left. There's a lot of top players left for CIS in there.
Batulan is actually all the way around on the northeast side.
Yeah,
like
so you know,
flank into the backside of Stauber, so they could be trying to set something up here. But again, we see CIS with this formation where we have a solid line from like the north side of the circle to the south.
Yeah, and it's funny because obviously a lot of what's been going on between teams. They've been saying, oh, you know, we can't tell who's blue on blue and stuff like that, and friendly fire and that. If you keep a solid line, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, we're just shooting east.
Yeah.
We're just shooting east.
It worked out well for them, but yeah, look at this. They've got the hill, so we'll see how they can hold it, because it is slowly getting pressured. You can see they're slowly starting to pinch in.
Kofest's actually pushing back up, looking...
So Daphne got that Groza, you can see. Picked it up. Yeah, dream for you, Kofest. Batulan's in Stauber.
I was saying, Miranda taking some shots from downtown as well, so these northern flankers by CIS are trying to get angles up to the top of the hill. Kofest's actually going to engage here. Does get a knock onto Vasago. Vasago?
Possibly, don't know which. Circle shrinks, it actually benefits both, really. They're kind of okay with this. Obviously, CIS holding the angle. It does mean they're going to push out of Stauber. Kalimdor and co coming in, but X-Team's going to get around the back of him. Batulan is going to be the backstab. He's coming right up behind them, and Stauber at the moment as they hold the line. 19-14, CIS starting to gain the advantage here. As they push around the side. X-Team, there you go. He finds Kalimdor. That was the flank from Turkey. Doesn't work out. X-Team gets one, almost gets the second, and does get the second.
Great spray down.
Done, yeah.
Great spray down from X-Team there. Good try by the nade, but it did come off the tree.
Look at the claps. Look at the claps. CIS are just piling in. They smell the blood, and they're all pushing the hillside. Turkey are in all sorts of trouble here as they slowly get shrunk upon. Makatu's squadron. Batulan, the backstab comes in. He will get knocked, but he took 2 down with him as everybody else moves in for the CIS.
The kill feed just lit up red right now. Turkey taking massive casualties, down 19-9 now.
Oh, the 6-mo trying to get the rest, but the nades are on him. 1, 2, 3, nades everywhere. Zadovnik gets in there. This is all going one way. It's going to be the CIS, and it's going to be a big number they're going to post in the first game. Of course, it is all about the maps, but it's 19-0, I feel, unless one more can go. And it will be a big win for the CIS. The Battle of Georgia Paul may well have been won by the Turkish contingent, but the battle for the game is gone the way of CIS. The last man, who's it going to be? One more standing. I can't quite read his name from here. My eyes are not that great from this screen. Who's going to find him? Is it going to be Pans? Is it going to be Pans? Oh, X-Team with the punches. Rolling with the punches.
They're just going for melee kills now today.
Yeah,
Just
Rupture, the last man standing.
Oh. He's going to get one more of CIS down, so goes for the quick flush. Test 3-3-1
now regular they know where he is. Everybody coming through. Oh, the volley in the door. That was nice little play. He's trying to do what he can. He's running in on fire. The punches come in. Mumino will get him down. The general delivers. And a fist bump to his team as Mumino gets himself the final kill. It's the CIS that take game number 1 of 9. All 9 going to be played out as well, so lots of games still to be had. But Erangel's first attempt will go CIS's way.
Yeah, no, I mean, it takes a lot to pull back from that initial hot top, and then the way the CIS is set up in that first circle, they were always going to be ready for that rotate in, and we just saw them go back to their default formation, which is actually that's my favourite kill for the game.
Yeah, the cheeky little one-taps. I mean, it was a good bit of action in South and North, George. I think with the drops, the fact that they both wanted to commit there, I don't know whether that's just lack of prep from Turkey, just because CIS have dropped there every single game against Europe. Every single time they played Erangel, even against NA and Europe, they've dropped in that spot. Maybe they thought they could test them. Oh no, this is the nade. This is the oh no. Oh,
things
no.
You hate to see. NA nades.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said it. But yeah, the whole strategy just backfired on Turkey, because obviously it forced them then to go down to Gatka and all that horrible spread loop for like 20+ people. They could have challenged Pachinki maybe.
They could, yeah.
I think they maybe could have challenged Pachinki, but instead they all committed and they all went down south, and then it just... That was kind of like the start, because they lost probably about 10 people to the play zone.
They did,
They had the numbers advantage, but the play zone came out on top. So very much in favor of the CIS as soon as the circle, and it continued to shift northeast. It was just non-stop. And they, unfortunately for the CIS, or the Turkish region, the fact is they just didn't have that many vehicles.
No, they didn't. Vehicles and meds become a problem in that game. Obviously, they were way
and red zone.
And red zone, yeah. So, yeah, shame to see, but maybe that's, karma for trying to contest the CIS hot top there.
Absolutely. We've got 2 more maps remaining today before we hit the actual Grand Slam that's going to be taking part on the stage behind us. Of course, CIS 1-0 up. Can they go 3-0? I don't know. I think we're going to have Sanhot next. And we've also got Vikeni's Miramar that actually got vetoed out. Surprised me that
I like that. Bit of variety.
Bit of variety.
We can see Sanhot and see if it's an absolute bloodbath, which is probably what I'm expecting. Boot camp's going to be lit.
Well, we'll see. That's what happened with EU versus NA. EU versus CIS, actually, they all went boot camp, so maybe Turkey will do the same. Who knows? We'll find out after the break.
More time I'm blessed, you don't wanna get me mad. If I ask what's good, please don't go on like you're bad. You see your mum, I don't wanna make her sad. She might get something wrapped, but she won't wanna open the bag. More time I stay out the way, so how come they're not out my way? Guess opposites do attract, when you're positive, then negativity attacks. And I don't wanna catch nobody, cause that don't pay me, sonny. Make hits, man, the way in a hit, man. Either way, if I beat it, still bloody. I don't like moves that are fun, so please don't go on like a clown. Please don't act like you're above me, then I won't lay you down. Then I won't lay you out. Make me go on like a boxer. This curse ain't a gift, but that man's getting boxed up. All blessed if you mind yours. Only want a bird that soars. Every effect has a cause. Know when it rains, it pours. Man one push out the chest. Pride make a dumb man flex. But take time to get test. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man flex. Make man to fake the chest. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man flex. Make man to fake the chest. More time I'm calm, you don't wanna get me angry. Got a tool for the man who's screwed, don't make it come in handy. Everyone want be by the beach now, reach where the sun and it's sandy. But those who can't, they get hurt, then hate, then go on like a pansy. And that's cool, but stay over there, window to the wall, yeah, way over there. Cause my guys don't play over here, make a man say touche over here. And it's start getting wet over stairs, and that's not about a female set over glares. You break down what the beef's about, my guys will be like, who cares? Cause we don't deal with the talk thing, less it's money you're talking. And I ain't on about no phone bill, plus we're more about walking. Still can't stand man walking, man know that we're also flying. Still ain't trying to catch no bird, all off catching an eye. All blessed if you mind yours, only want a bird that soars. Every effect has a cause, know when it rains it pours. Man one push out the chest, pride make a dumb man flex. But take time to get test. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man flex. Make man to fake the chest. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man vex. You don't wanna make man flex. Make man to fake the chest.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Showdown match here at the Grand Slam. The stage is set for the final matches later on today, playing out in the Grand Slam, or certainly the 6 games of the day. And all the players are kind of in place at the moment. I can see they're all in, must be in the scrimmage right now. Uber's scrimming, by the way, with the phase, the balaclava on.
Has he actually got the balaclava?
Yeah, that's Uber with it on. It used to be, we used to have to use it for fuzz because
during the
obviously it was Twitch banned. But yeah, they're all on stage. But we're moving on to Sandhawk here. The Turkish team down 1. Mithrain's going to have to rally the troops.
Surprising, actually, but, well, there were some surprising things. And Turkey committing to the scrappy fight.
They did well in the engagements in Georgia Pot, but
it was just too slow. They were too slow to get away from it, and then CIS did what they do best, which is set up the line of defense, wait for the rotations, and then, I mean, they collapsed so quickly on the side of Stalby Hill there. That was, as soon as the call came in, everybody committed to the fight, and it was just, it was one-sided. Turkey weren't even getting knocks. It was on the back of, I think Kofest, the next team, with those opening knocks. And
the fact that they spotted them, they saw the move, and they got set up that line, and they just slowly made the push up the hill. It was very nice. Do we see everyone going into boot camp? That's the question, because the playing path kind of gives it a chance to do that.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's either going to be that or CIS are going to actually 32v31 starting this off. So already a one-man advantage.
Down, yeah. So someone must have crashed on the loading there.
But we could see CIS do that. There would be a Heart-In and Camp Alpha split drop for CIS if they go with their usual strat, maybe down as far as...
Okay, we've got people going out already. Turkey going to Bravo, by the looks of it, so they're going to go north.
I mean, this is the thing as well with Sandhawk. They are going to have to spread a bit further because of the way the loot table is. Obviously, there are a couple of really dead spots. Paradise, Boot Camp, they're the popular ones. Heart-In, obviously one of the bigger towns on Sandhawk, so that's going to be a good spot for 10 or 12 people to get looted at least. But it's all going to come down to the rotations here, I think, in the first circle. You can see a lot of bodies going towards boot camp right now. This could get interesting. We could have a little slugfest.
There's definitely 2 squads going there. Turkey is sending a squad. Whether CIS continue, looks like they're going to.
Looks like
they're not going to commit to it. They're going to continue. So it's going to be. Well, actually, that gives a big chunk of the territory, pretty much the mainland, to Turkey. So
it does, yeah.
CIS backing out of this one. We'll see what they can do. Makato's squad going on to the Heart-In and Camp Alpha. Panan and the Ruins, etc. is where the rest of the CIS going. Manny looks like he's going to be the front scout, as boot camp has been claimed by 10,000 Days and his boys.
The Lobster. The Lobster?
The Lobster, yeah. I can give that. It's red. Big red.
It's also in the shape of a lobster.
Yeah, the claw, right?
Claw.
The lobster claw, yeah. The lobster.
Perfect central circle.
Absolutely
right
bang on. We are in the central spot, so that will indeed cause problems for CS. But it depends on what Turkey did this, right? Do you commit to taking that central point and holding off and possibly get wrapped around? Or because it's pretty tricky to cross for CIS here. Obviously the big bridge to the north and the big bridge to the south. There are obviously a bunch of places, but you don't want to be swimming over here towards boot camp. That's not going to be happening. No,
you don't. And the big problem is going to be is obviously where these spots are that you come up. They're heavily wooded. The grass is a lot longer on Sandhawk as well. So maybe Turkey are going to try and spring a trap on these rotations, because obviously Turkey are going to be perfectly aware that CIS have settled for the west side, obviously the north and south island down to Ruins as well. So they're going to be aware of that. There's only really 2 main bridges to come across from that south island, and then the one big one on the north. So we'll see. CIS should have a pretty free rotate on the north near Heart-In, but it's these guys around Painam. It's going to be a bit more difficult for them.
I think the best match I've ever cast on Sandhawk was Portugal versus Spain. That was hilarious. Also just a massacre in the end. The M249 came into play, and my God, it mowed people down. It was so good. Really long drawn out. Took a long time to get going. I think we actually hit phase 8.
It's more like a spanner, actually. It's a spanner.
I see, yeah, it is a spanner. Definitely a spanner. We could work that. It's a tool for sure. 10,000 days in the spanner. I don't know. I mean, there are obviously names that come out for certain things that you just can't use on air, but
that's probably the tamest we could go with.
That's definitely the tamest we could go with. By the way, see, fair play. The shacks, I will say, they're called toilets by the Chinese.
Really?
Which, yeah, they call them the toilet. That's what they say is the toilet.
Well, this is the thing, and I love how it's kind of developed with, the calls of 2-story default and blah, 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 because we used to have Harry Potter towers.
Yeah, well, we still call it Harry Potter.
Really?
Yeah.
Not the Wizard Tower?
No, we still call it Harry Potter.
Because in NA, that was called toilet.
Right. Well, the Harry Potter was?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it looks like a toilet bowl without the seat.
I get it. Yeah, I'm with you. No, we still call it Harry Potter. We have done in the PL all year long.
But where did that come from?
Well, it looks like a wizard tower, doesn't it? You're a wizard, Harry.
No, I'm not.
Oh dear. Anyway, we're distracting a little bit from Sandhawk. But
this is a slower start than I expected on Sandhawk, to be fair.
There's nothing happens at the moment.
No.
Yeah, there's not going to be anything happening for probably the next 5 minutes either.
And I assume we're playing on default circle, well, obviously default Sandhawk circle setting. So this is obviously going to
be a bit slow.
This one, yeah, it'll be slow to start, but this one I think will kick off quicker.
Yeah.
Once we get to phase 2, it's a big shrink on phase 2.
Well, we can see a CIS have already committed and start going over the river. So they've already started to put numbers over the river and start to have a little peek. Manny and co starting to look towards boot camp. They're well aware that boot camp is occupied. So they're slowly making their way to the hillside. You can see Hobbits and co. They're going to go onto the hill and have a little peek down into boot camp and see what's going on.
Pretty standard setup, though. I think Turkey are going to settle for holding down boot camp just because you get so much vision around on the hills. But like you've already said, Lee, there is the opportunity to get wrapped. If everybody commits to the same spot, then CIS, and we've seen them do it. We saw them do it against EU the other night, where they wrapped so quickly, and everybody followed the same pathing as well.
It looks like most people that were on the northwest island are deciding to go south, and so they're all going to. Looks like CIS are going to group on the south rather than try and go for a wrap. I mean, Kofest and Makato and co were up there, Compot and Dream for You, but it looks like, look, you can see the rest of the guys, Play With Me, etc., all coming over the river now. Although there is fights, so they're already engaging from the top of the hills into the boot camp, and you can see Turkey again. Turkey are very slow to group up here. I find. This
already CIS are looking more formatted.
Yeah, no, look, the line is forming along the hill.
But this is one of the key compounds. There's only two or three buildings on the side of this hill, but there's a little watchtower up the top, and obviously this is one of the key spots here for kind of getting control of boot camp. This is the only spot really that boot camp can be pushed from, because I mean the coast around on the water just isn't viable. No,
you're not going to be coming over there. We've seen it. God, those cliffs there in the distance. We've seen it finish there as well. It's horrible.
I'd say the only time I've actually played this competitive was in a Curse Trials duo tournament, and we had 2 games end in that valley, just on the side of that big hill.
Ooh.
And it was actually a big old knock there from Glaxy. That's from downtown.
QBU, isn't it? The sniper.
Yeah, we have the QBU.
QBZ is the oh no, Mythrain's got him as well. That's actually gone very wrong for CIS then. So trying to go for the revive. Glaxy caught the first hit, Mythrain with the second, and now they're both going to have to crawl the hell away from that one. Yeah, the QBU, they did me in the gun sounds, right? They did the gun sound test, and I'm
By the way, that video really upset me.
Oh God,
it
with the
really upset me.
They screwed me over so hard with that, the bastards. They totally did me on that. They totally did me on that with the bloody thing. Even with actually the
because was it the M24 and the Orm that everybody got confused? Other than I think.
Yeah, I got that right. I got the M24, the Orm and the M24 right. I got them 2 right, but it was they did me on the M246 as well, because they did it as single shot.
Yeah. Well,
and then you say your answer, and then they go full spray, and you're like, you.
Because there's one thing as well, because the M4 actually sounds completely different from third person or observer perspective than it does first person. So obviously the third person is a lot more clappy, I'd say. Obviously it's,
but from that video, like my brain is trained for Miramar and Erangel. So suddenly they start throwing the QBZ and stuff in there, and I'm just like,
what is that?
I'm like, I was sat thinking, but my mind just didn't even go to Sanhok. It just didn't even like comprehend it, because I've just not cast it for so long since I cast the Wingman tournament. That was pretty much the last time I did it. But there is a couple of frogmen coming over.
Yeah, we've actually got Smash Bay down on the coast as well. He's obviously aware of the fact that some of the CIS are going to have to be rotating over from these other islands, but looks like we've just sent one kind of scout out there just to check that they're not getting pushed from the water. But this team of 3, or is it 4 on the north for CIS? Yeah. They've just got the crate as well.
It's Makato's crew. He's coming over the river. Well, Dream for You, Kofos and Compot, up there. A couple of the pros.
This is a lot more clustered, though. There isn't really a. Well, I'd say there's no spread line. Obviously, we're dealing with a much smaller map, but
this is dangerous. I feel for the Turkish team. They could get wrapped on, and like we were talking about before, obviously the hillside. You can see CIS are slowly spreading to the other hill to get another angle. So they're slowly moving across. They might surround them. I don't know. I mean, they managed to get the revives off, by the way. The 2 that were knocked on the hill, they managed to get them back up on their feet. So
we haven't lost anyone just yet.
Nobody lost so far, and there's the wrap, and that could work out for CIS. They're going to get the center point. They're definitely going to be there first. Now, what did Turkey do? Do they come out of boot camp? Do they try and spring around the right? Because now they're going to have to worry about Compot, Kofos, and Dream for You. They're almost certainly going to take shots as they try and transition. Yeah,
and actually this point here, we see this lake in the middle, just east of boot camp. There's a hill that goes up where we can see Juseo just moving to now. This hill is a nightmare to fight on.
Yeah.
Just because of the way that obviously, the high ground obviously dominates, but we already see CIS making a push for it for, pretty much 25 players, and obviously all of Turkey now moving them out to the north side, coming out east of boot camp. This could get pretty spicy here, Lee.
Definitely a whole W run. Let's get going as quick as you can. You can see Kompot. Kompot's one of the backstabbers here. Koffos, Dreamfew, Kompot, they're actually inside the circle as well, so they don't need to push too much. They can just be that pain in the backside that Turkey need to worry about, and that's their plan. There was a shot just gone across towards them. I don't know whether they were spotted.
I'm liking how grouped up CIS here, though. We kind of
they're about to clash in the hill. Jeseo, you were talking about him. He's in the position, but look at
right inside K9 as well.
That's ballsy.
And he's throwing a bullet out as well. He's just giving his position away. Obviously, they're close enough to kind of pinpoint that and know exactly where he is. Obviously, their side of the hill, but it's looking like Turkey are kind of formulating a push here.
I think Glax is about to get picked off on the back lines. Towards Jeseo, just trying to spray back. Kamka.
It's going to kick off.
Nades going in. That's never going to reach its target. Not in a million years. Well, I don't know how much he thinks he can throw, but that is a nice spread, though. Look at the map. I can see there is a big wraparound from CIS heading for the compounds over to the eastern side. And that could work out. Dreamview, Kompot, and Co. They're about to catch Glaxy in the backside. And look at this, Turkey. They're kind of caught in the move, on the momentum. This is what we were talking about, how they could get completely caught out. They're wrapping around that lake, and there's just so much territory. You can see.
They're going to spot. Glaxy actually put his teammate down. Glaxy takes down Aussie, and then Kompot
gets away with it. How did he not nail him with the org there? I don't know. Oh, Glaxy turns on him. Glaxy, yeah, trashy Kompot. You gonna rue the day that you went for that one, because that's backfired horribly. Batulin, though, on the flank, gets Marco De Vecchio. This is actually not good for CIS. They've kind of wrapped too much here, and they're going to overwhelm by CIS, but CIS are going to have to push the hillside. This is very messy on the hills right now. So Dominic up close and personal, pops around the rock, can't get the kill down on Mithrain.
I mean, Turkey now just need to restart, because obviously CIS are going to start pushing in for this cluster with the south, but we can see Kamka all the way up on the northwest side. He's pushing straight into eight or nine members of Turkey.
Example doing what he can, trying to push on forward. Glaxy's still going, by the way. He got away with that. There's somebody piling right in amongst them. I don't know how that's worked out. Polydog's about to jump over Faultless. Yes, that just peeks out around the corner. Faultless, he just got 1, 2, 3 down. Draining's going off, and look at the kill feed. Turkey are getting massively overwhelmed, and we saw the positioning, how it would work out, and Turkey are just getting trounced.
I mean, this is it now. They're going to fully collapse, and we saw this in the first map as well. As soon as the call comes out, actually, Sixmo could get an aggro here onto Mamino. Mamino managed to get away with his life there, but we're going to see the collapse here straight away from CIS. As soon as those first knocks come in, they just descend.
Glaxy finally goes down. The nades going out. Hobbits, we've seen him with nades earlier on, didn't we? And those three in the back are continuing. The circle has shifted well away from him, but that's a triple from Moon there with the nades. Gets himself another and another. Moon going off at the moment, picking up all the bodies and trying to count them all down. Turkey, this is done. This is done.
Yeah, it's done.
Forget it. That has gone horribly wrong from them. The commitment to boot camp has backfired on them, and clearly the movement that came out from CIS, we saw it. You could tell on the map they weren't going to get there first, but obviously they're not to know that.
No, and again, it just comes down to the IGL is so strong with CIS right now. These generals really making sure everybody's on the same page and pushing at the same time.
Shax's his last stand.
This wasn't even a team fight, really. They just set up, they baited them in, and clinical.
Yeah, absolute demolition. We saw, you said it. So if they get a hill, this hill is horrible to fight on, and clearly they got there first, and Turkey were just all caught in the open. They were all transitioning, and that just went horribly, horribly wrong this time around. A second game in a row for CIS. Circle finishing the job 26-0. That is a strong, strong result on Sanhok.
Stomping.
Yeah, after a much closer game, in fairness, on Erangel. A lot of clashes early on, but clearly Turkey, you know, they got the territory, they had the circle first, they had the boot camp, they had everywhere they wanted. CIS were forced to go spread looting on the western side of the map, but they grouped so well on that hill. Then it worked out because they have that big hill buffer by boot camp. They could just swarm and get a group there.
Turkey had
and
no
then just
idea.
Straight across.
They had no idea. Yeah. Obviously, when they were engaging with the hill over boot camp, they have this path that they can just wrap where they completely break LOS. And Turkey would just
Yeah, they condensed. They obviously just said, let's group here and we'll move from there. But yeah, CIS, they'd already got a group of like probably 12 people over on the a hill that they wanted to get to. So they'd already got the cover sorted out. So we're going to go to break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, it's going to be the final game of the showdown. It will be on for Kendi. It'll be CIS versus Turkey. See you in a moment.
Cause they don't know what we saying. No one knows. No one knows. We all woke up in the upside down, turning inside out, like we've all been led astray. We've been standing on the outside in, trying to find our friends, like we're all just castaways. Feel like we've been missing out. Falling overboard. Catch me off the side. Or maybe you just missed it. When you close your eyes, life goes in an instant. One hell of a ride. If you don't go for fiction, I'll get caught up in the lies while you was chasing after hours, counting minutes second hand, spending all of our tomorrows trying to come up with a plan. We don't call up information cause they don't know what we saying. No one knows. No one knows. We all woke up in the upside down, turning inside out, like we've all been led astray. We've been standing on the outside in, trying to find our friends, like we're all just castaways. Feel like we've been missing out. False starts like roll it in the dark, like stutter steps last breath. Staring in the void, feeling paranoid, thinking if you fall, you won't make a noise. Off an opioid, man, you got a droid, at least you got a phone. Fucking humanoid, why you xenophobe? Why you so annoyed? Why you tripping out? Who made you devour? Why we go this route? Can you do without? If you look within, here we go again. Hands inside the vehicle, you mad cause it's autonomous. You thinking you anonymous, but we upside down, turning inside out, like we've all been led astray. We've been standing on the outside in, trying to find our friends, like we're all just castaways. Feel like we've been missing out. Feel like we've been missing out. Feel like we've been missing out. Feel like we've been missing out.
Whipping out my gate, yeah, you're riding solo. Text me when you're home, but you never caught up. I holler when I need another go-go. And if you're lucky, you might get the pre-show. Just be ready when it's prime time. Bring the drink, I'll bring the slow wine. Let's be ready when it's prime time. Bring the drink, I'll bring the slow wine. We ain't finished yet, we ain't finished yet. We ain't finished yet, it's only half time. We ain't finished yet, we ain't finished yet. We ain't finished yet, it's only half time. I need another hit, are you home though? tripod. Hit the slow-mo. Left the key at the spot. By the back door. It's about to get hot on this lake shore. Just be ready when it's prime time. Bring the drink, I'll bring the slow wine. Best be ready when it's prime time. Bring the drink, I'll bring the slow wine.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Grand Slam showdown match between the finals, actually, between CIS and Turkey. Currently 2-0 to CIS. My Pocket's joining me. I'm Lee D-Man Smith, and if you squat down a little bit, you might just get a couple of glimpses on the big screen of the analyst desk or rehearsals or whatever's going on, because obviously the Grand Slam's going to be kicking off very soon. Of course, the second day, to see how the action's going to play out. Team Liquid topping the tables, MPL chasing them, but it's the showdown we want to talk about right here. Two dominant matches from the CIS on Erangel and Sanok so far.
The champions going down by 2 maps.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there was some big questions. Obviously, we haven't seen them play yet. Obviously, last time they were competing, I guess, as a team or a region, would have been the nations.
Well, it's just easy. CIS have had a lot of maps to practice in.
They have. They're warmed up.
They played a best of 5 with Europe. Then they played a best of 3 with NA. They lost that one. Then they played another best of 3 or 5, best of 3, I believe, with Europe.
Their loser bracket.
Then another best of 3 with NA.
Yep.
And so, yeah, they've played a lot of games.
They got the macro. They got the macro locked down now.
But every single game, honestly, from the very first one against Europe, we noticed that their organization was superior.
Yeah, the leadership from the CIS generals has been on point from start to finish, to be honest. And I mean, it's no different today as well.
You could say it has been a commanding performance.
Generally speaking.
I love it. I love it.
Did we just have our first banter?
I think we did. I think we did. CIS taking over on the western side of the map, as they did against Europe on Vikendi. We're not going to be having Miramar, ladies and gentlemen. They've vetoed it out, so it will be. This is a best of 9, I should point out. It's not actually not a best of 9, all 9 matches. It is just 9 games are all going to get played out. We're going to have 6 rounds tomorrow, which will play out the rest of the final. But we want to see, is it going to be a 3-0 start for the CIS? Could we see a whitewash? Could this be 9-0? Unthinkable, really, for the Turkish region. We'll see how it plays out as they go down south. Yeah,
and the CIS taking their normal drop. This is seen it time and time again. Miranda? So actually...
Miranda?
Can we get a fist fight? Fist fight early?
They are actually both on the end as well.
Both on the end.
Both on the end as well, Miranda and Dranis. So maybe they've gone for a 1v1.
Miranda's going all the way up to Dobro.
She's gone deep. She's gone deep, that's for sure. She's a long way from a team. Oh, the circle is a big... It's Cosmodrome again, right? It's the same circle we had against Europe.
Yes, this was a CIS EU circle that we had where CIS made that huge wrap to the north, which obviously paid off for them. EU tried to hold them out of Cosmodrome, but they stuck to their guns. I'm interested to see what Miranda's game plan is here, because we kind of got Drainies just off to the south, and the closest support that she's got is in the next town down to the south.
The big issue is, whether she knows it's Drainies there, but big issue is you see people dropping, you just assume it's your team because there's 32 of you.
Yes.
So she's maybe not aware how deep into enemy territory she is.
The billboard.
The billboard's in game, yeah, love it. You love to see it. Good to see the support from PUBG Corp. Obviously here in their droves, by the way.
Well, that's one thing I've missed with the last few major tournaments. I know we've seen the Gen G logo pop up post.
An OMG, yeah.
Yeah, OMG as well. Sorry, down by school. But one thing I missed. Do you remember back before? Was it Oakland? Oakland when we had the graffiti tags.
That's it. Yeah.
In the team's drop spots and
stuff like that. Yeah.
That looked really cool. I like that addition. And
yeah.
We were talking the other day about some of the in-game. I mean, they're stepping up.
The problem is, like, who do you tag there? Because obviously, say Pachinki, for example, you've got obviously Cloud9 and Liquid just in the Western world. Then you've got 17 Gaming.
I mean,
you've got the Korean teams as well.
Liquid take it though. Sure. If it's between Liquid and C9, we'd have to say that Liquid deserve the wall spot.
Maybe, but 17 Gaming gave them a run for the money in there, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
So we don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It's a worldwide game.
I mean, that's it.
And let's not forget Armory Gaming, by the way, who had a belting performance at Face It, picking up 5th place. So the regions, not just Korea and China, the Asian regions are all being represented. It's fantastic. A global game, and right now we have a global match. Turkey up against CIS, and I'm just hoping we don't see what we saw against CIS NA, and that was a committal early on.
A bad call.
A bad call from Little Prodigy. We're throwing him under the bus today. And a massive overcommitment, effectively. You might hear Rachel in the background.
No, I think it's Paolo.
Oh, no, it's Paolo.
Paolo.
Paolo's a loud one. We got Paolo, Rachel.
He's got some lungs on him.
They've both got the long hair. I think he's singing.
Yeah.
I think he's singing. I'm not sure. But I don't know whether you can hear him anyway, but maybe not. But he's loud and proud, let's put it that way. Loud and proud in the rehearsals. But CIS on the move. Obviously, we're looking at the Turkish side setup. They are in, I'm going to get the name right, and then I tell you, it's a good job I don't cast for Kendi, because I can't get the bloody name right for that town. Podvoska.
But I think actually Sandhawk's the one where you run the risk of getting criticised for pronunciation issues, right? These are all fair. I mean,
I have a really bad knack of saying names with kind of like almost mimicking the accent from that.
So you do that on Miramar then?
Name, yeah, and it's bordering on racism, I guess, right? Because you do it with the Spanish names and
I mean,
La Cabrera and stuff like that. So you're almost getting the Barcelona, like because obviously
if you can roll your R's, obviously for us Brits it's more difficult.
Yeah, La Cabrera, Goroka, Mount Kresnik, stuff like that. Yeah, so Podvosto. So again, I did it. I went Ukrainian for crying out loud. What is it? I don't know what it is. It's just something in my my vocab. I think if I was to like go and cast MPL, which apparently I am flagged as an MPL caster in one of the videos, if I was to go down, I'd probably have like an American accent after one phase, right? Like, gee, you guys, here we go.
We're in the Pachinki.
Oh dear, right. Anyway, enough of my my vocalisms. We just saw Miranda obviously watching as they go by, so safely escaping the wrath of the CIS.
Drainies managed to slip out as well, so Drainies obviously getting out there quickly. We're shaking our head at Melman. I'm not sure what he's done to upset the observers, but
maybe it's Molman watching Melman.
Okay. Yeah. Bit of a rivalry over the in-game name, but We've already seen CIS move to the same spot that we saw them take in the CIS EU game.
Yeah, it's
where they gravitated north in there. They got the high ground up there. Is this the same spot we saw them fight in A?
Europe are in a similar spot to where they lost. Turkey are in a similar spot to where we saw Europe lose. That was where the circle finished, right? Which is what they may be banking on. It was actually the compound just to the right of Shaxi at the moment.
Yes.
Actually, they're congregating in the compound that Europe held, where they lost from. Maybe CIS are looking at this and reading it and seeing the same sort of thing. They have a bit more vehicles this time, I feel, because they were further spread on the west. Turkey, again, by the way, really slow to group up.
And split, yeah. Well, so they're slow to rotate, and I kind of assumed you were going to say slow to rotate, but they are really split still. We've got, what, 12, maybe 15 players for Turkey Mina outside. We've got a vehicle of 3 here. So
I mean, they're in the castle still. Yep. They're down in Volnova. The ones that were obviously kind of behind enemy lines effectively, like Miranda and Co, are miles away. And again, you don't tend to use vehicles that often on Vikendi. It's just not a vehicle map, but it does put them out. They've got to be careful they don't get caught in the blue like they did in Erangel and maybe lose people. I think they should be safe from that, but it puts them out of position, and that's going to be the biggest issue, because if you were to look at the map right now, you know, CIS, look at that. They're in perfect. They're formation. They've got Carmine. They've got the line setting up. They've almost got a V formation coming in to slowly approach into the circle. They don't want to commit to Cosmodrome because it's not really a great area to put your numbers.
No, it's not. And unfortunately, you can't control any of the terrain around Cosmodrome, and that was one of the smarter moves we saw from EU, which was designed to pull off that fight, just because it's too big to hold. Once people get up on the walls, it becomes really messy, and it's not where we want to see the fights kick off. Obviously, the terrain battles that we get on Vikendi have been the most interesting to watch. Obviously, that one earlier with NA as well. So, I
will say that graphically, Vikendi is very nice looking. Very pretty.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best maps to look at. Yeah. To be honest, there's some of the buildings and looking at the launch tower. Yeah. But I think this is the one that.
It's amazing that the tower's in pieces yet the floodlights still work.
Yeah. That's impressive. But this is definitely one of the ones that I think that's probably closest to kind of like the PUBG-esque kind of theme that they go with. Obviously, classic Erangel, you can't really fault that one. New, obviously.
Well, even the houses, the compounds, the castle is brilliant. The castle's amazing. It's like there's so many nice looking things within the map. But you can see CIS, they're slowly moving across to the east a little more. Turkey have kind of grouped a little bit, but are still fairly split. You can see Sixmo and Marco, etc.
So I don't know if you've
over Miranda, what are you doing?
Miranda is still way out.
She's still looting.
I don't know if you've ever actually noticed, but are you aware of the fact that it says poop on this map somewhere? Have you ever noticed that?
Does it?
Yeah.
Where?
Just here, look. It says poop.
What, above Peshkova?
Yeah. You see that? The road is actually in the shape of the word poop. You don't see it?
I don't see it.
Really?
I don't really see it myself. No.
Look.
Looking at north of Oh, now I do see it. Now I'm zoomed in, I can see it. It does. It kind of. I don't know about poop. It just says poo.
Well, no, because
we're looking at the road, but just above Peshkova, where we're looking at Peshkova, look at the roads, the brown roads, it does kind of spell poop.
The rock formation is the P. Look, you can see the P in the rock formation on the right. So
is that an Easter egg? Do you think some graphic artist somewhere's gone?
I've never actually noticed that. I was just staring at the map now. Obviously, I'm sure someone somewhere has said that previously, but I've only just noticed it now. And I've never seen anybody attract attention to that.
I've never noticed it. But anyway, what has attracted attention is the fact that CIS have this circle dead to rights, and we're seeing a push from Turkey, which is going into massive numbers.
I just think we
CIS.
So many Turkish players outside the circle, way off. Just say I'm going to shut down Aussie.
I understood the blue.
Isn't Aussie the guy that got team killed last game as well?
It's just like, why am I bothering? Why am I bothering? Just like flipping his keyboard, flipping his tail. I was like, I'm not even connecting anymore.
This is troublesome now. If we have a quick look at the map here,
if Turkey were to lose this group, basically that's a good 20 people gone.
Yeah.
And CIS have them almost surrounded. This is not good. Not good.
This is that positional dominance we've seen from CIS throughout, to be honest. But I'm not sure why Turkey keep committing to these frontline fights where they've only got, 6 or 7 players up there. It's not a compound worth defending. Obviously, we're talking pretty central, but it's not as if they're in, you know, a god compound that they can defend.
No, and they're down at Mount Kresnik still, like miles away. It's not like we're coming, boys, we're going to support you. They're not even that side of the river yet. They're that far away.
And this is the thing, CIS now going to identify the fact, and actually great opening pick there from Circle immediately with the headshot with the G36C, but they've now identified it because they can't hit too many shots. There's, you know, they've scanned the surrounding area and they're like, there's only 6 people here. Let's push it.
Are you fired? Just what we're thinking now, because you live in Texas, I'm assuming you have fired some of these guns in real life.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll say you must have, right? In Texas. The G36, one of my favorite guns. I've like firing. I've gone through loads of assault rifles, and that one was by far one of my favorite.
Well, actually, my favorite was one of Poro's friends has like a $4,000 gold-plated Winchester.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which kicked like a mule.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, a big winner. Yeah, no. The main thing for me for the G36 was how bloody loud it was. But it was really good. It handles so sodding well. It's so stable, and it's like, honestly, of these assault rifles, you'll see in films, but you try and fully auto one of these assault rifles. Holy cow, you're pointing at the sky within seconds.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I noticed. Poro taught me to prone and.
Yeah, you really got to get a bloody good grip of it. As we expected, we are seeing Turkey falling in numbers. They are getting overwhelmed by CIS because, whilst they're not as a group, let's face it, they're miles away.
It's just trade after trade as well. If Turkey get a knock, it's immediately traded back. And the numbers, obviously, Miranda's still doing sharky things out in the blue. Now got a red zone over her as well, so.
Sixmo's just doing Sixmo things. He's off on his own.
Yeah.
It's just wreckage. Yeah, you're spotted, son. This is the solo man from Turkey as well. The wreckage. Well, we saw him nade himself in Erlangen, so
did.
You know, I talked to him. Why did you use the M24 to begin with?
He's trying to one-tap an AK from downtown.
He just pulls out the M24. He's like, well, I had this all along, but I thought I'd just tap with this.
With a better scope as well.
Batunin doing what he can. He takes Duso down. So Ozzy's back on his feet. At least he's getting a chance.
I mean, we already see a 10-man advantage. I think there's 2 or 3 of Turkey already knocked as well, so bring that down to 18.
Molly's in the snow, not really going to spread much. But X-Team's gone a little bit too aggressive.
There we go. Now he's got the M24 out.
So before these guys, they were all at Mount Kresnik. They're over the river now, but they're still coming in. Buhupadu's going to be their first man that was. They're behind him, basically. They're coming in behind him. He did get wreckage down. I don't know whether no, Greg stole it. Greg stole it. Oh no, look at this. There's what, 7 Turkish players left in this entire compound. The thing is, CIS are going to overwhelm them before the reinforcements even get it, so everyone's just going to turn around.
Great spray from Drainy there, actually, to shut down Slippy Zerg.
This is going to be 31-0. Have they lost 1 guy? Oh my god.
Maybe 2 now.
It's a bloody inferno in there. Jeez, Melman's going to get back on his feet. The mollies are flying. They're just burning the hell out of him. 20 kills, unstoppable. 31-11. 0 response from Turkey.
The spread hasn't got him, look.
No. Oh, just hiding in the corner at the moment. The Wookiee team's not going to help you. Peek around the corner. 2 of them in here. Sprays them down. Makato comes in. Now they're down to 9, and well, they've completely cleared out this compound. And what's left? What's left for you? We've got the center circle, boys. Oh, that's great. You've lost 21 players.
Little prodigy players. Little prodigy players.
Miranda's still in the blue, by the way. She's almost there.
X-Team again on the flank as well. We've seen him flanking pretty much every single game.
Miranda was still the last one looting in Erangel as well. We've seen this before. It's the last looting setup of. It's alright, guys. I've got lots of meds now. This is like we're all dead.
I'm not going to die to blue this time. Mamino actually cracking X-Team there with a long distance shot.
Okay, 10,000 days has arrived. And he's losing his teammates already.
It's taken him 10,000 days to rotate.
Sixmo. He's been the snake a lot for DA in the last 2 phases, doing what he can to be that little snake in the grass, but not too sure what else can happen. 10,000 days will go down. this is a one-sided. Sex team goes down. Okay, 29-5.
Look at Sixmo. Look at Sixmo.
I got this, boys.
Look at that.
It's a big distraction. Doc's going to catch him in the back. MM and Doc, here we go. This is the play. Oh, he committed it. He committed to it. They've got 2 down off it. Miranda is in the circle, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, the only person in the circle now. And this is a good hold at the wall. Hold the line! iZoom's trying to run for it. MM's trying to get them down. Alea gets code down. Oh no! Margot down. Doc down. MM down.
Miranda is the last.
Miranda, the last one. 27 versus 1. No, because Finnegan Hobbits and Drainage. Standing pants Drainage. Oh, CIS having fun with this one. But Miranda, unfortunately, is the last person alive for Turkey. And this will be
does she take a shot here?
A very, very one-sided. Does she get a shot off, you mean? She's got extended clip on the M24 there, or what? That was 7 in the chamber.
That could be a good start if she's back-to-back headshots with the M24, but I can't see it happening. We've already got one member of CIS up on Cosmodrome as well.
It's just a big pan off. They're just going to find Miranda. Grags it down, outstanding, finishes him off. They're just having a big pan fight.
Chasing him down.
Well, the thing is, they're panning people. Not sure if it, because obviously you don't always see the tags until the last minute.
Well, that would be great if Miranda was just running around with the remaining CIS members and just,
with the
behind enemy lines.
Nobody notices. They're not in the circle. Okay, there's one person that's going to go towards Miranda right now. One person is going to find him first.
She's probably seeing this in the kill feed and thinking, what is going on up there on that head?
Playvip's been panned. Manny's going to be the one that finds her, I think.
Is she prone in there? Is she prone?
She is prone in there.
So how long do you think it's going to take?
Well. Oh.
You got to peek. You got to peek, Miranda.
Did you just shuffle? Did he hear it?
No, he didn't. He's out. He's off again.
No.
Look at
She's
map.
got away with it. Down to 22. Can they pan each other more? We don't know.
Real nail biter. For the final game of the series.
She's gone pan.
I mean, that's what she needs to do. She needs to grab a pan and get herself in the mix of
Oh. Is that example?
It is example.
Yeah. They'll never find her. They'll never expect it. The fact is that 2 people have already gone through here now, so they're just not going to expect it. Oh, did she go for it?
It would be foolish to shoot at this point.
It would be. The long-range hopeful. Nobody's checking that warehouse now because people have gone through
People have already gone past it, yeah. And I guess it is still at the edge of the...
So he's got the pan out as well. Yeah, the edge of the new circle, right? Yeah, on the Cosmodrome. So they're all kind of just running around. Where are you, Miranda? iZoom goes down. Dream for you. Pans him. She stood up. She stood up. Does she go for the shot? Does she go for the shot? No. She's on the move.
waiting for the right time.
She's using the pan in hand. So she's blending in with them. Pan in hand. This is the camouflage that she needs.
This would be brilliant.
To try and
if she
make it
manages
work.
to get in and amongst the group here, this would be amazing. Oh.
Uh-oh. 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 She's been spotted. She's been spotted.
Do they know it's her though?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no tag showing. Anyone here? Anyone here?
Look at the minimap now. Everybody's turned around. Everybody's swung around.
Everybody's coming this way. She's going through the pan. They're all chasing now. Actually, she's got to realise they're in tow as well.
The real question is, can we cue up the Benny Hill music right now?
I was about to say we need the Benny Hill music on. Here we go. Pans at dawn.
Oh, cut
The
some
dance,
shapes
the
as well.
dances. Here we go. Nice, nice.
See, she should just run up and headshot
It's
that guy.
Keen's throwing the shapes out. All right. It's not Keen, it's Kissick, isn't it? Kissick. Oh, God, there's another one. Okay. Oh, man.
No.
No, dropping everything, dropping everything.
She's dropping the gun. She's trying to call a truce here.
I think everybody's been in this situation in a game where you're surrounded by CIS players.
Yeah.
But she's literally in this situation.
Surrendering.
Hands up, surrendering. Molly's ready. I think this is going to burn everyone. So many. It's a dance-off, ladies and gentlemen. Just Miranda. Oh dear.
Throw them.
Everybody's got
Please
mollies.
throw them on.
There's so many mollies that could go off here. This could be just massacre. Look at them. They're all pushed in. She can't move. Oh no, the mollies! Ah, burn! Everybody burn it! It's going to be everybody goes down. CIS will take it 3-0. Well, what a start for them. Impeccable performance, no doubt about it. Turkey just did not group quick enough. There's Miranda on your screens. She tried. She was a little late to the circle. And unfortunately, it means that the rest of the team had already died before she got there.
Yeah, massive casualties before Miranda had able to actually get inside the safe zone. I like the sportsmanship at the end. I like the swimming.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as we can get some good content out of that.
Well, it's a showdown. It should be fun. It should be fun, and that's exactly what it is. That was the start to the end. Circle 5 finding one down there. There was a couple of knocks before that, but there's the burn in the barn.
Again, though, we just saw that insane color.
Where did they find all these mollies?
I don't know.
I never had
Everybody
these
had
things.
mollies at the end as well.
Yeah, everyone was using the mollies, but yeah, this was a one-sided performance. There's no doubt. I mean, it was simply a case of the numbers. They got overwhelmed in these compounds, and you can see it is a very torturous task.
And the CIS have been moving as a pack, and it's really paid off for them because, like I said, as soon as they identify there's a compound with 4 or 5 people, maybe holding like a front line, I guess, CIS just collapses on there with 20 odd people.
Good little last stand at the end there. They got a few down, but as you can see, throwing the shapes out. By the way, the fuel can down there as well. Sadly, we're not quite in the patch where they blow up right. They could have just laid the fuel cans around and just exploded it. But yeah, unfortunately, that's all she wrote. So Turkey, they're 3-0 down. It's not done yet. There are going to be more matches played out tomorrow morning at 11:30, I believe. So the final match we played out, see whether CIS continue their dominance or whether they can maybe pull it back.
They need 2 more, right? So if we're doing a best of 9,
but they're playing all 9.
Yeah, they're playing all 9, but they need 2 more to, I guess,
to close out the win. And then they're going to have some fun. Yeah. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are done for the showdown today. Behind us is the big stage. That's going to be kicking off. You can see all the faces. 64-player faces are up there right now. They're all in their seats. They are screaming and doing whatnot. They're going to be playing out live 3 games today on Miramar and Erangel. You're going to want to tune in to see that. It's going to be on very soon. But for now, me and Hypoc, we're done for the day. We'll see you tomorrow.